my friends, welcome to a different video of mine. I don't typically do tutorial type videos, but I've been getting a lot of requests lately. And this was a tip that helped me a lot when I was traveling, and it's also a great way to speed up your routine in the morning because it requires you to think less so that you can move faster. It's also a great way to save money because you don't need as many products in order to get a ton of different looks. So if you're curious about what this tip is, stay tuned. When I was traveling recently to Canada, I needed to cut down how much makeup I was bringing, so I brought 2 palettes. Of course, these don't have to be the palettes that you use, but these are the ones that I brought. One, you're gonna need a neutral palette. It can be this, it can be the Urban Decay Naked Basics palettes, it can be something from the drugstore. It doesn't matter as long as it's got a light shade, a medium shade, and a deep shade for your skin tone. When I say a medium shade, I'm talking about a shade that is 1 to 2 shades darker than your natural skin tone. A lighter shade's gonna be 1 or 2 shades lighter, and then a shade deeper is gonna be 1 to 2 shades deeper than the middle tone shade. Does that make sense? So this one has a lot of options. I happen to really like this palette, even though I don't typically care for Tarte eyeshadows. This one is fabulous. And then you're going to need a palette with colors in it. So I picked to bring the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. I don't know why it's all Tarte, but I brought this because it didn't have a lot of neutrals in it, and it had a lot of color options for a lot of different looks. I could go warm, I could go cool, I could go bright color, I could go more neutral color, and that's why I chose this one. I was also going to Generation Beauty in Toronto, so I wanted to be able to have the option of putting something shiny on my lid. The brushes I'm going to use for this are the brand new Moda Prismatic brush set. These actually aren't out yet. They come out sometime this month in July. If it's beyond July, these are already out. You should be able to find them at your local Walmart. I love Moda brushes because they are very high quality for the price. This particular brush set does come with this holographic case, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And you may have seen the Moda Prismatic, the face brush set. Those are amazing as well. So I guess they just decided they were gonna extend the pattern to their regular brush line, which I think is pretty smart because it is stinking beautiful. I just applied my eyeshadow primer, and now I'm going to put in the crease color. So this is your mid-tone shade. You're gonna take a fluffy blending brush that's rounded on the top, something that has a little bit of give. You don't want a brush that's too stiff, but you also don't want one that's too fluffy because the product is just gonna flop everywhere. You want something kind of in the middle. And you'll see as I'm putting it on, you'll see the bend of the brush. That's exactly the kind of brush you want. And just kind of windshield wiper it up into the crease area. And this part is the part you're gonna do every single day exactly the same. Depending on how much real estate you got going on over here from your eye socket to your brow bone, you might want to bring it up on your brow bone just a little bit, but you definitely don't want to bring it all the way up to the brow. I like to have it about half color and half not colored. So now I'm going to take this brush. This one is a little bit more dense. I'm going to dip it into the deeper color. So I'm going to go ahead and use this deeper color. I could use this one, but I want my eyeshadow to be a little bit darker today. It's really up to you and your personal preference and what you find works for your skin tone. And I'm just gonna tap off my brush and stamp in the outer corner. Just like that, just a stamp. It's not blended yet, don't worry. Now I'm gonna go back to that same blending brush. You don't even need to wipe it off in between colors if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. And then just kind of blend that up. And the deeper you want your look, the more you can include. So I wanna make mine even deeper, so I'm gonna add a second little punch of deepness, and I'm gonna put it all the way up in my eye socket, but you have to decide what you like, whether you like it blended all the way through or if you like it less. I'm gonna pull mine all the way through for today. But once you do this a couple times, you'll figure out what you like on your eyes. Everybody's eye shape is different, and I think that's what makes it difficult to follow a lot of tutorials, is that your eye shape is different than the person who's doing the tutorial. So how do you know how to do it on your face? This is something that works for all eye shapes. Now I'm going to take the lightest shade and I'm going to blend my transition color, my medium color, all the way up to the brow bone. Now this color is going to be just a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I'm going to use the same fluffy brush. This will also help you lighten up anything that got a little too dark if you feel a little uncomfortable with how dark it got. So all of that is what you're going to do every single day. That's the same routine every day, and this is where you mix it up. All you're gonna do now is pick one color and put it all over your lid. That's it. Now, I'm in the middle of testing the Jaclyn Hill palette for review, so instead of using the Tarte palette, I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill palette. And again, you could pick any of these colors to put all over your lid. The darker you go, the smokier you're gonna be, and the more deep set your eyes are going to look. If you want your eyelids to pop out, you're gonna use a lighter color. I am really curious about this green here. I've been wanting to use it, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip this little tiny brush. You can use a bigger brush than this, but because I want to use this set, I'm gonna use this little brush, and I'm just going to apply it all over my lid up to that crease line. I like smaller brushes because then you can get really, really detailed of exactly where you want to put the product. And if you have smaller lid space, it's easier to work with. You can add another step, which would be to go back into that mid-tone shade and just really define the crease with this little brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And that'll just kind of blend your lid color a little bit into the crease. And if you made any mistakes where it's not completely smooth, this will help you smooth it out. I kind of feel like I want to do a little bit more. This is completely unnecessary, but this is another way. I'm actually going to take my fluffy brush and bring it just a little further up onto my brow bone because I'm feeling like I want a little warmth up there. And that's it. The look is finished. However many shadows you have in your life, that's how many looks you can create like this. And you can switch it up every single day without any thought to it. You don't have to use high-end eyeshadows. You just use what you have and you have a completely new eye look every single day. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up with liner and lashes so you can see the complete look. All I did to complete the look was add a little bit of black liquid liner and some mascara, and it's done. You don't have to change it up every single day, but it's an easy way to change up your look very, very quickly without having to think a whole lot. And when you're busy in the morning and you're trying to leave and you don't have time to think about what you're gonna do, this is a great way to change up your look. So I wanna thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Royal & Langnickel for letting me try their motor brushes early. I appreciate you so much. And if this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's my little round face down below me. If you'd like to see more of my content, you can click the video link down below and see another video. So thank you again so much for watching. Mad love, and I will see you in a video soon.